How do you make your fan game go from this to looking something like this? That is what I want to try and achieve in this tutorial. Hey everyone, my name is NDD200 and welcome to the brand new series, reboot, whatever you want to call it, of how to make a FNAF style game on scratch, part 1. Now clearly this game isn't finished, obviously the main menu button doesn't work, no matter how hard we try, but this is something that we hope to achieve as it goes on, and maybe something I will continue to work off of. But for now, we're just going to start fresh with a new project, and maybe we'll base it off of this, just for reference. So hopefully it will look something like this when we get to it. So yeah, let's start. So obviously you want to make a new project, and you can just call it whatever you want. So we'll just call it whatever, FNAF Fangame tutorial for now. So yeah, so we're going to start off by having the menu be part of the backdrop. So whatever the menu background you want it to be, you can just make it whatever you want. So it could be something like, so today we're going to be doing the main menu essentially. So it could be completely black. You could just have like a completely dark background. Make sure it's in the center positioned. Now if it's in the backdrop, there's no chance of it moving, as you can see here. But let's say it was a sprite. Let's make it a different color to demonstrate. It would move about. Let's say you wanted to try and move something. Oh no, this is moving about. So it's more convenient to make it a backdrop. So you can make it whatever color you want. Personally, I recommend going for a very darkish blue. Turn the saturation, keep the saturation actually. But yeah, just make it a dark blue, as I feel it kind of works best. Something that isn't too basic would do wonders. And maybe you can do two colours at once with these colour changing things. You can swap them around, choose which one you want. Personally, I think the two colours works best. Makes it more interesting to look at, and it's more appealing. So something like this. Yeah, we'll go with that. So yeah, something that looks like that. And then make sure to save your project whenever you do something and finish something important. So now, obviously, here, the first three things are menu sprites. These three characters here, okay? So, obviously, we can see that they're all moving at separate times. And that's because they're all separate sprites. But this first sprite is the main one we will base it off of. So, this is the main sprite, and these two are the other sprites with less code, but still essentially do the same thing. So that's what we'll go off of. Alright, so to start with, you're going to make your first sprite, and we're going to call this main menu 1. This means that obviously this will be the first sprite in the main menu. So you can do whatever you want. Personally, I'm just going to base it off of this. Might take it from it, for example, just to show you what I mean. So I'll be right back. Right, so essentially this is what we've got here. So the first character that you're going to do, it has to be the biggest character. If you're just doing one, this is it. But if you're doing multiple, then you're going to want to kind of listen in. So basically, this one's going to be the main one, and he's going to have 4 sprite. He's going to have 4 costumes. Okay, so the first one is the standard one. This is the one you see most often, as you can see here. This one is most often. This first one is a rare screen one. This is just a thing that he does every now and then. And then the same goes for this one as well. This is something he does. And then the fourth one is something that appears every now and then. Doesn't often appear, but sometimes does, okay? So that is what we are going off of. Alright, so we've got these sprites, but nothing happens. Literally nothing happens. So we need to add some menu movement. So let's do that right now. So if we do when flag is clicked, we'll do from when flag is clicked right now. And this will be, we'll start the main menu music. So it will do main menu theme. I mean the sound, yeah. So this is the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 theme. Have a quick listen. So yeah, so when the thing plays, it'll do this. Okay, so we've got a start, which is good. So now this is where we get into the nitty-gritty of things, technically. The code. And I still need to look at mine because I suck. Now obviously, right, if this sprite is hiding during the main menu, we want it to show again when we press the green flag, but we might forget. So we're going to need to do the show. Now, we're going to go to the control tab here, and we're going to do forever. I'm going to click this one. Now we're going to go to looks and switch costume to normal screen. And then we are going to wait 2 seconds. And then we will do switch costume to rare screen 1. Back to control, wait 0.07 seconds. Back to looks, switch costume to normal screen. Wait 1 second. Now here we're going to be alternating quite often. Try to keep up if you can. Obviously pause the video, slow it down, whatever. So let's go. Wait 1 second, switch costume to rare screen 2. Wait 0.07 seconds. Now here what you can do is take these out and duplicate them if you want to. I don't know how many times we're going to end up doing this, but it's just for more efficiency essentially. So switch costume to rare screen 2, and then it can be that, and then that. So obviously we don't want this to just appear all the time, so we'll switch this back to normal screen, and then we will switch it back finally at the bottom to normal screen. So duplicate this about 3 times. So if I just get it out again to show you. So let's say these ones don't exist. Okay, we'll just I don't know, take them off screen for now. They don't exist. This is all we've got. So here we're going to want to duplicate it twice, and then you're just going to go like that essentially. So yeah, that's what we do. Now I'll bring these back there. Now this should do it forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. But this does not include the secret screen. So what do we do about that? Here, we're going to make a new block of code. So when flag is clicked, and then we're going to go back to control and then forever. And then we're going to do wait until. I hope. I got it. I must check. No! I got it wrong. Alright. Then we're going to go back to wait seconds. And we are going to go to operators. And we are going to pick random 1 to 10. You can change these numbers to whatever you want. And this will determine the frequency of how often your secret screen will appear. So this is my secret screen. And it will determine how long you have to wait until it appears essentially. So in this one it is about 5 to 10 seconds. So we will do the same thing here. So switch costume to secret screen. Wait 0.07 seconds. And then switch costume to normal screen. Alright. Now, before we check it out, there's one more thing left to do. Now, obviously, this only plays once, okay? But here, it plays on and on and on and on and on, even though the thing has changed. Shh, we ignore that. So, what we're going to do is we are actually going to get rid of it here. We don't want it here, otherwise it will play twice. And we're going to make a thing called a variable. So, we're going to go to the variable tab. Oh, it's already there. Lovely. Well, seeing as this is taken over from the one I'm currently working on, I guess we'll go with it. So, but I'll show you how to do it anyway. So you would press make a variable and then just name it game begin. Okay? And then you just press OK. And then there would be a tick thing there and it would appear there. You just want to get rid of that. And then we just drag it in, keep it there for now. And we will do when flag is clicked. Repeat until, and then go to operators again, and then get the blank equals 50 block and put that there, and change the 50 to 1, and put game begin there, and that is it. I'm pretty sure. Check. Yep. Set volume to 100% if you want. This is optional, but I prefer to do that. And now the main menu theme will repeat and repeat and repeat until you press new game. So let's have a quick look. Spooky. Oh, there's a secret screen. Obviously that appears for quite a while, so I probably put an error there. Yep. Wait 1 second. So if we go to 0.07 seconds, then that will be better. Okay. So yeah, that is the main menu screen, but that's just one character. Obviously, we want to do 2 more characters, unless you don't, then you know you don't have to. But preferably, I feel like 2 characters makes it more interesting. So that is what we're going to do, and it is essentially going to be exactly the same code as this for the other 2 sprites, except for the music sprite. Okay, this will be the only one that is not in there. All of the others will be there. So this piece of code and this piece of code will be used, but this won't be. And you'll follow the exact same method as you did with this one with the other 2. So a normal screen, 1 rare screen, another rare screen, and a secret screen. So once you repeat that twice, and yeah. Now, as you can see, I've added them in here, but they're all kind of in front of each other. So essentially, what you're going to want to do is just add in so for your second character, you're going to want to add a block in between, so where it says show, you're going to want to add, right, so as you can see here, I've added the 2 characters, but they're all kind of overlapping each other, whereas we want these guys to go behind. So what we will do with this glitch block of code, sorry, we will do go to back layer, and then go forward 1 layer, and then they should go back, right? And it is the same for the back sprite, except you remove the go forward 1 layer because we want them at the back, because they are the last person there. Now there is also a little kind of thing you can do to make it look nicer, and that is add pixelate effects. So obviously not when you receive a menu, obviously, stupid. You're going to do one when flag is clicked, and it will look something like this probably. It'll look like that. They spawn in all pixely, and then they'll kind of pixelate throughout. So that is the basis of that. Now obviously I'll show you how to do it. So you will do when flag is clicked, then you'll go to looks, and then go to set brightness effect to -5, show, then you go to motion, go to x0, y0, back to looks, set pixelate effect to 200, control, repeat 10, back to looks, change pixelate effect by -20, and then set pixelate effect to 0. Then you get another one and go to events when flag is clicked, control, wait 0.3 seconds, forever, back to looks, set pixelate effect to operators, pick random 1 to 10, and then set it to 0 to 30, or just whatever you prefer. You can make it extremely intense or very live. You could make it something like, I don't know, 60 to 90, and it'd look like this. Or you could be much more tame on it, like I will be, and then do 30. Much tamer. And this obviously works for all the others as well. Yeah. Obviously, I'll quickly just replace all of these and also get rid of these blocks, which we will get to another time, much later down the line, and replace these with when flag is clicked instead. I'll be right back. Right, so once you've done all of that, must add, you don't want them all to do the secret screen around the same time. So obviously with your forefront character, it's whatever it is, 5-10 seconds, but maybe with the second one you can change it to 7 to 11 seconds, and then with the third one something like 4 to 6 seconds. So there is a kind of variation in how often your secret screen will appear. So this is what it should look like when it's all done. All doing it at random times and random intervals. Oh yeah, and what I said earlier about the secret screen also applies to the glitch effects. So obviously here it's the basic, it's the basic, you know, wait 2 seconds, 0.71, 0.70, yada yada yada. But with the others you can change it to literally whatever you want. You can make it wait a second and then do it. You can make it wait 1.2 seconds, 0.2 seconds, 2.4, 0.07, 0.6, all these random things. You can change it to literally whatever you want. And just whatever suits you best, whatever you feel is best. And yeah. Just mess around with it and see what looks good. And that is basically the 3 characters for the menu done. So, good progress so far. So, we've done that. Now what do we need? Oh yes. The logo or title, whatever. As you can see here, there is a title. Now, obviously here this is not a scratch font. This is a font from a website, which I will show you here. it is security breach font. It is the security breach font. And I just put, yeah, the orbit on black. This is the only one available. I select the style to be the very top one, just blank grey, and I usually change the colour to, I'll keep the colour as it is for now, so it's more visible. But yeah, this is what it looks like. Usually it is the colour white, which you can customise here and whatnot. So yeah, if you want to use text for this website, I'll put the link in the description. But personally for me now, to make it simpler, I will just, just use the basic Scratch font for now. But if you want to use this font, I'll link it in the description for you. Okay, so let's get on with the logo. So we'll call this one obviously logo. And we'll call it One Night Eddies. We'll just go along with what this one is, seeming as, well, once we get as far as in progress as this one, we will continue to work on this one as a basis. So, we'll go, I personally like the serif font for this. I feel like it makes most sense, although we could switch it up to be marker. So we'll go One Night at Eddies. There we go, there it is. And there is a line there, there should not be there. Or, if you want, you can make it all caps. So, One Night at Eddies. You can make yours whatever it is. Although, I do recommend 100% making it a one night thing. As Scratch has got a strange rule with FNAF games, and they're quite strict. So, keep it to one night and you should be good. So yeah, that's the logo. There it is, nice and clean. And it's going to have essentially the same codes as the pixelate. So, it'll be, when flag is clicked, hide, show, sorry, not hide. And we're essentially going to find the code here, and we're going to take it from where it goes, go to x0, y0, and just plop it in here. There we go, now reattach it back. And then there it should be, just there, and see what it looks like. Now as we can see, the logo kind of pixelates in as well as the characters, so everything kind of comes into place and it looks nice. Now there is seemingly one thing that we've forgotten. Also, don't forget to do go to front layer. This is essential. Where's the static? There's static here. Where is it? Personally, I'd recommend just doing whatever you want. You can make your own static. You can get off Google, so I don't know, FNAF static. And then you just choose whatever one you want, whatever preference you have, like something like that, preferably a GIF, so, or something like FNAF static GIF, and then just choose whatever one you want. It could be this one, this, that, it can be whatever, but you just need to remember this, as long as you get it in there, it's fine. Okay, so as we can see, there's a lot of things here. We'll remove some of them as they're not needed, and we'll replace these. Right, so the reason this has to be front layer is that personally I don't think the text being covered in static looks all that great. Now you might think differently, you might think, yeah, that looks pretty good, and you can choose it to be that way. You can just do show, and it will go behind the text like that. Okay, maybe I know why, because it's not at the front layer. Yeah, so I could do go to front layer, and yeah, it'll be covered by that. I don't think that looks that great personally, but your preference. You do whatever you want. But personally, I think it just looks better when it's in front. Now, onto the menu static code. Now, the GIF things will appear as costumes. Now, there aren't all too many with mine, but what you're essentially going to do is switch the costume to the very first one when the flag is clicked, show, set ghost effect to 70, and then forever next costume, so it's constantly changing the costume all the time. And you're also going to use the pixelate effect in there as well. Literally just take it from either the logo or any of the others that also use the pixelate effect and just plop it in there as well. Now this line of code is completely optional, but essentially what it does is it makes the static kind of fade in and out slightly every now and then. So if you look closely, you see the static kind of fade in more and then fade back out. Now this is completely up to you whether you want to do this, but I will show you anyway. So essentially, this is a repeat 100 code. This should be forever. So we'll change that to a repeat forever code, or just forever, and then just put it in there. I think I'll change it for this as well, because it's probably stop doing that. I'll change it to that in here as well. Forever. There we go. Alright. So yeah, now it's doing it again. Nice. So yeah, make sure, so when flag is clicked, forever, and all of this code is going to go in there. So, forever, set ghost effect to 70, wait 2 seconds, repeat 15 times, change ghost effect by -1, wait 0.5 seconds, repeat 5 times, change ghost effect by 1, wait 0.4, repeat 5, change ghost effect by -1, wait 1 second, repeat 7, change ghost effect by 1, wait 0.5, repeat 8, change ghost effect by 1, wait 2 seconds, set ghost effect to 70. And that is what it will be, hopefully. So, yeah. This is the menu, and it looks awesome. And it looks really cool, personally. I'm sure yours looks really good as well. Now, obviously, what we need is a new game button, clearly. We don't have one. There's nothing to do. It's just a menu. There is nothing here. So, we need to do something about that. So, if we go and make a new game button. So, new game button. You can name that sprite that. Yeah. Okay. So, we'll just put in here, new game. You can make the sprite as big as you want, and then make sure to set the position. Also, this is a big tip. Make sure that whenever you load in a new sprite, set these positions to 0, 0, so it is exactly where you want it. I see a lot of people get confused with that. Don't do it. It is a rookie error. Now, back to it. You can put the new game thing wherever you want. Personally, I'd say just put it just below the logo. So there it is, new game, and we are going to do we are essentially just going to take the static code again. So when flag is clicked, show, take that, pick select code, and use that there. There we go, fits right in, but doesn't do anything, and there's no effect like there is here, and a little sound. So that's strange. Now, you can do whatever sound you want. You could find it somewhere. You could download a sound. You could make it not with your mouth. You could just do that. I don't know. You could go beat, and then that would be the button sound effect. Beat. See. But essentially, what we're going to do is we are going to make another costume, and you can make this set hovering and essentially it's going to be what this button looks like when your mouse is hovered over it. Now this can literally look like whatever you want, but I'll make it look similar to how it does in what we will be going off of it as soon. So I will do this. So I will go to circle, fill, choose the last option, swap these, get rid of that one with this so it is transparent, and then change this to a lovely grey. Then we will go like that, and then we will put this to the back, straighten it up a bit, make it look nice, maybe stretch it up in that. Yep, I'd say that looks good. Alright, so that is what it will look like when the mouse is hovered over it. Normal, hovered. Normal, hovered. Normal, hovered. Okay, so this is where the code gets very, very slightly complicated, but not too complicated. Beep, beep. I might change that. You can make whatever noise you want. You might even find it from like another scratch game. I don't know. You can do whatever you want. But I'm just going to use this select sound for now. You can make a sound however you want. You can slow it down, whatever. Okay. So when flag is clicked, this is important code. So make sure to listen carefully. I don't know what it looks like. Yay! I'm so silly. So, when flag's clicked, forever, if, so we're going to get this big block, so I'm going to put it in the forever, so if touching mouse pointer, then play sound, select, or whatever you sound is, and switch costume to costume 2, else switch costume to costume 1. That plays the sound a lot, doesn't it? Keeps playing it over and over again. We can fix that. Just adding in another block of code. Wait until. Then we go back here, not. And then go to sensing, touching mouse pointer. And we should probably also change the play sound to a start sound instead, because that's probably also what's causing it. And now it should be normal. Only plays the sound once and does it as suggested, so that is good. There is the button. Obviously, it doesn't work. It doesn't do anything as there is no night thing yet. But that is essentially your the main stuff in your main menu all done. So congratulations. It looks really cool, probably, hopefully. Now, obviously, in this one, this is much more complex. I'll skip the stuff here because it's boring and annoying. I'll also edit this out. Now this is something we could add. We could add a warning screen just before we get into the game. So we'll do that, and then we'll probably wrap up today's episode. Obviously, this one looks much more complex, and also has these kind of fading backgrounds. So obviously the characters look more obscured. I don't think copy and paste will work in between different projects. But essentially, it's basically this, right? So it makes the characters look darker in their surroundings, and also look obscure. You can make them go wherever you want. You can use whatever colours you want. Totally up to you. I'll just use grey, for example. And obviously, if you want to do something like this, you've got to make it span across the whole screen so it doesn't look awkward. And also put it across all sprites. So we will just go copy, paste, paste, and then paste. And then that is the volume. We'll get a great one. Everyone see. Looking cool. Now obviously in this project, it's more of a purple blue-esque colour scheme. You can go for whatever colour scheme you want, as long as it suits what you want, that is fine. We will make a warning menu right before so for your convenience, considering we've done when flag is clicked for everything, it would be a shame to just replace it with a broadcast thing. So we'll do it when we press new game. We'll add the function for new game. So we'll do when this sprite connects, broadcast warning. Warning. And then we'll go to control, stop, other scripts in this sprite, and then hide. And now for all the other ones, except static actually, we'll do when I receive warning, hide, or set ghost effect to 100 actually, as it's more consistent. So set ghost effect to 100. And then for these ones, we're going to do when I receive warning, stop, other scripts in this sprite, hide. And then you'll just drag it to all the other sprites that need this. And you can just put them wherever you want to move it that way. Something like here. So then we'll get a screen that says warning. Yes. I'll probably just take it from this to make it. I don't know where I put it. Where have I put it? Oh, yeah. Yeah, get rid of that. That's cringe. Boom. We'll just take it from it. Alright, so I've got a simple warning page here. So it is pretty simple. Warning, this game contains loud noises, flashing lights and jump scares, of course. Please not play if you are not into this kind of stuff, you have been warned. And then after that, the game will begin. We'll move that text down a bit just so it doesn't look too unnatural. I will also... yeah, we'll move this up a bit. Okay. There we go. So. Oh, yes. Go back to the new game Sprite real quickly and go to variables and do change game begin by 1. So this will cause the main music to stop once we get it. So then we go back to warning. When flag is clicked, hide. When I receive warning, show. Wait, we'll give it about 5 seconds. And then hide. Or switch costume to costume 2. We'll make that quickly, where it's essentially just the same thing, but all the text is gone. Okay, cool. But all the text is gone. Yeah, okay. So, switch costume to costume 2. And then switch costume to costume 1. Okay. Oh, don't leave. Okay, so let's see how this looks, and then we will cap it off for today. So there's the menu, looking very nice. New game. Warning, this game contains loads of flashing lights, jump scares, of course. Please do not play if you're not into this kind of stuff, you have been warned. And yeah, that works as intended. So that is all for today's episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Next episode, we will move on to the first night, with this, which, by the way, there will be a secret second night to continue the game on, but it will not be in standard office, no. Be somewhere else. We'll just have to find out what happens when we get to that point. Now, obviously, this stuff is very complicated. There's much more going on here. There's a full-on intro cutscene in this one and everything. I can explain that at a later date if you want. Just let me know if you want like something like that in the future. Like, just let me know in the comments below if you want to put an intro cutscene in your game, and I'll easily tell you how to do that. But for now, we're going to end it here. Thank you. I'll take the sound out of this real quick, just so it isn't playing, just have it playing here. So yeah. Hopefully your one looks great. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you soon with part 2, where we will discuss the opening cutscene for part 1. I mean, not part 1, night 1, and then start making the office and the office code, so for looking around and stuff. I hope to see you then, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.